So we are brought to you by Heaven and the Creator and calling all angels. We are gathering undercover or full cover. So hi guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to talk tonight about shifting your mindset, creating the future you want, which Lord knows we really need to work on that to create that future that we're looking for, that we want, and how to use the affirmations and the tools to do that, interspersed with some major healing that my guides have told me we need to do, that Yvonne has said, get with the program, Joan. So Yvonne says, greetings to everyone. And if you are watching this for the first time or later on or right now, just know that I'm really happy to see you. And all the healing work that we do and all the energy work, you will receive it, whether you're on the live or you get it after. So I just really want to put that out there. Also want to thank you all for subscribing and sharing. And that really helps grow the channel and also grow Joan of Angels, who wants to be an undercover, cover out angel all around the world. And that would help us get out there a lot faster. Also, check out the website, joanofangels.com. Get the free ebook, engage with me over there. And so you can find out about all the personal services that I do. And so there you have it. All right. So shifting our mindset. Listen, I shift my mindset every day when I come on this show. Lord knows. So today was a day I want you to know I'm wearing my hippie soul. Hi, everyone. Yes, Joan is a definite hippie soul from California. And today we are wearing it. My daughter and I went to, she's here from London, and we went off to Joshua Tree, which some of you may have heard. It's a rock. It's just filled with rocks. And who would have believed that rocks could be so beautiful? But it's a national park up in the high desert, and we went up there doing a little wandering around. I got lots of pictures, and I have lots of things to share with all of you. But when we came home, I was a little tired, and I was going to get all dressed up. And then I realized, well, I just want to be myself tonight. I just want you guys to know I'm a hippie soul originally from New York, transplanted to California, and I love all of you. And that's my wrap for tonight. And I'm so grateful when I see all my fellow, first of all, thank you for letting me know if you're a hippie soul. And then I love when you let me know where you're from, because that allows us, when we do those healings, it allows us to go global. So where are you from? And any fellow hippie souls out there, I really appreciate that. Okay, so we're going to get started. I have lots to share with you guys tonight. All right. Don't forget to share it out, guys. We're going to do some really good healing tonight. I've been inspired. I've been instructed. Let's put it that way. My guide said, Joan, it's time. And so we are. So let's get started. And let's call in the energies, the highest vibrational frequencies for all of you. And I just love receiving all your love from Michigan and from around the world and the country. Okay, so our Texas people, good to see you. Let's see, I know we have a Pennsylvania soul. We have a Kansas soul tonight. All right, Kansas is in the house. Wonderful. And La Quinta is in the house. And yes, Tracy is definitely a hippie soul. That's right, we have Minnesota in the house. Good. Okay, well, we are sending healing out to all of you. Share it out with your friends. And let's get started. As I said a minute ago, take a deep breath in, okay? Good. Take a deep breath in. And then let it all out. And sending it down through the roots of your feet, down through your toes, the bottoms of your feet, the soles, all the way down into the center of the earth. Good. And then once again, taking a deep breath in. Bringing it down, 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 all the way down to the center of the earth. Good. And then one more time, breathing in and letting it all out. And when we do that, it enables us to sort of chill to let go of thoughts, of things that we don't need anymore, as we go into a little bit of a higher state, and we connect our antenna up to the heavens. And let's bring in that celestial download, bringing it down from the heavens, going down, 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 down to the center of the earth. Beautiful. And this is a crown chakra bowl that comes from Tibet, from one of the villages in Tibet over there, handcrafted by these bowl makers that have been doing bowls for hundreds of years. I want to say thousands, but I can't say that that's true or not. All right. So I wanted to share 2 stories with you. Okay. And then I'm going to share the cards, because these cards are very appropriate. So the first story is with a dear friend and client of mine, been a dear friend of mine since 2008. I love this person, and we've together created miracle things on the planet, or energetics. And I work as a coach with him periodically. And on last week, I get a phone call, we're on a session, and he says, Joan, I should have listened to you. And I just look at him. I was like, I have no idea what he's talking about. He says, Joan, I should have listened to you when you told me 3 years ago to do this certain thing, to let go of a certain person that was working for them. And I was kind of flabbergasted, because I don't always remember details when I'm channeling. And so he says, well, you told me that that person would be very bad for me and my business, and you encouraged me to get rid of them. He said, but I have to tell you, I love you. I love everything we do, what you tell me and everything. But on that issue, I was like, nope, nope, nope. And so he said no. So I don't know, about a year later, I guess, the person came up, and I did the same thing. I said, no, get rid of him. And, there was a contract with this person, and it might have been a little bit more difficult. And he wanted to honor that contract, et cetera, et cetera. So then I remember now that we had spoken about it a few months ago, and I was really agitated. I know I'm agitated if I repeat the same thing over and over again. So I was really agitated. You've got to get rid of this person. Now, I really didn't remember that I had told them over and over again to get rid of the same person, but or maybe I did when I'm channeling. But anyway, I was very agitated, and I guess I agitated my friend enough that now they started to do something about it, but it was too late. Too late. That person that I had such a bad feeling about stole everything. Okay, stole the business, stole the channels, the marketing platforms, the social media accounts, the music, everything is gone. No access to it. And we're sitting there on Zoom, and first my heart broke. Okay, I just wanted to cry. I mean, I hear a lot of things, guys, when I'm on my Zoom chats with you guys, but I wanted to cry because this hurt me viscerally. Not that they didn't listen to me for 3 years. Okay. I like to be listened to. I like to know. I like getting feedback when I'm accurate or not. But I hurt. I literally hurt. And so we really looked at where this might have come from and past lives, and really are working on, you have to, when things happen, then we know they happen for a reason, and we need to reboot, step back. And the same formula I use with all of you. How do we reboot? How do we step back, take our emotions out of it, and feel powerful and be able to affirm, I am powerful. I'm the creator. I'm powerful. So that was on Saturday, and on Sunday, or that was Friday. On Saturday, I have another Zoom call with another dear friend client who I adore also. I adore everyone who works with me, by the way. And otherwise they're not working with me. And this one said to me, it was so cool. We're talking, And when we first started working together about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, she had wanted to quit her job and go into the healing arts, like lots of people did. She didn't want her straight job anymore. I don't blame her. And at that time, I told her no. I just said, and it was like even our first session, I said, no, that would be a very bad idea. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And so and she listened. Okay. She listened. She spent the last 3 years building herself in her career, in her field. And we did the session the other day. And as we're talking and we're really diving deep, and she starts to tell me what had happened at work. And she said, and she had come to an amazing place. I'm so awed how powerful a place she came. She confronted her boss on what she wanted. But then she said to me, but Joan, I don't even know if he says yes and agrees to it if I really want it. And suddenly I just heard this voice and it was like, oh no, it's time. It is time for you to leave and go on your own. And I kept hearing the Hallelujah chorus. It's time for you to leave and go on your own. And I was so stunned because years ago, I had said, no, do not do it. And suddenly when everything changed, then now's the time. Do it. Go for it. And by waiting, because it wouldn't have been the time had she done it a few years ago, it would have really been a hard change for her. But now she has just a reputation. She's known. She's amazing, etc., etc. So that I found really exciting. But two different experiences. One person who decided not to listen to me, and look what happened. The other person who decided to listen to me, and look what happened, with two different opposing outcomes. But I do believe that it's all about timing and our own intuition. And sometimes it has to resonate with you. What I say and what comes through me, I always ask for confirmations because who knows? So anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to share with you, that I found those stories very, very powerful because it's also true. We tell people, all of you, I know, give other people suggestions, and sometimes they listen and sometimes they don't. And it's very interesting getting that feedback. All right. So now I want to talk a little bit about this card that I pulled for us. And this is a different deck tonight. This is my Earth Power Oracle. And I thought I was taking the deck I usually use with you guys, but I grabbed this one and I had to laugh because we were in a power spot today. Joshua Tree is part of the Heart Vortex that's here in the Coachella Valley and up in Joshua Tree. It's the Heart Vortex of the planet. And so, and the rock formations that I took pictures of, which, okay, my guys just said, I said, well, what am I going to use those pictures for? And they just told me that I'm going to use them in the next download I do. I just started redoing Sundays, channelings. I forget what I even call it, transformations, channelings, tune-ups, information from up above. And they're short but sweet, kind of half meditations, half channelings. And so they just told me to use those photos from Joshua Tree for the meditation on Sunday. So that's how I hear, by the way, right here. Okay. All right. So what did I receive? Delphi. I receive divine messages constantly. This is supposed to be for all of you too. Okay. And clearly. So how do we receive divine messages all the time clearly and receive them? And then I look for the truth in any situation. So part of changing our mindset, guys, is to really be able to step back in that mountaintop that I like to take you all to, where we're sitting, in a little space out there, having tea, having kava, having a latte, whatever. But we're sitting there and we're up above and we're looking down at the planet, at all the conundrums that are going on. So I look for the truth in any situation from stepping back here and looking at what is going. But I know myself. Power comes from the inside out. Power comes from using the tools to shift our mindset, using the tools to shift our brain awareness, shift our level of healing in our body. So power comes from kind of not caving in to the situation. So, for example, I was sitting there and watching the morning show. It's a new series. It came out, I don't know, it's second season, and it's got Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon in it. And I'm watching the first episode, and I've seen the whole season, but we're seeing it with my daughter, and I'm watching it, and Jennifer Aniston, the main character, has a huge shock. Her anchor, so she's co-anchoring the morning show. It's a hit show. She's a very successful, news broadcaster, anchor woman there, and her partner she goes to work one morning, and her partner's just been fired and let go for sexual harassment at the network. Now, we see it happening all the time. In fact, it just happened with CNN, right? He's gone, Chris Cuomo, for sexual harassment. But now I'm watching it on this TV show, which is actually pretty interesting because it takes the subject head on and it breaks it down. So it was very, very interesting. But she's told this devastating news that her online husband, because that was what he was, her online husband of 15 years, has just been fired for sexual harassment, and she's claiming she knows nothing about it. And she's going on, and you can see she's all shaken up. But what happens is she just pulls out that self that knows she's a professional, that doesn't lose her cool, goes out on the air, doesn't break down in tears and emotions, and handles it exactly appropriate in the moment. And so when I read this and it says, I know myself, power comes from the inside out. Well, what do they mean? They mean personal power coming from in here because you're a hippie soul, okay? You know who you are and why you are here. So that is where it comes from. So when we do that, okay, then we can raise our own inner frequency from the inside out. Now, why would we want to do that? Well, number one, if you really want to step into what you're here to do this life, meaning your mission, your purpose. Now, listen, everyone has a different purpose. Many years ago, I was told my purpose was to just go in a room, sit there, and be me. Okay? That's what I was given a ministry about 40 years ago. Okay? Go in a room and be you. Well, that was probably the worst thing you could tell me because it wasn't reassuring and I didn't get it right. What do you mean go in a room? And why didn't I get clear instructions on what I'm supposed to do? I was looking for instructions from the outside world to help make it happen for me. But the truth was, power comes from within. It comes from paying attention to that voice within or the guidance that you're receiving. So it has to do with opening the veil between worlds, literally the veil between worlds, taking a deep breath in so you can say, what am I supposed to be doing? What is my next step? So one of the ways we really shift our future, in other words, we change our mindset, is we can ask spirit, we can ask our guides, we can ask our voice within for the answers. And one of the crazy things, it's not crazy, it works a lot, is that you could, before you go to bed, ask for help. I'd like the answer to, I try not to confuse it. I only give them one thing. I'd like the answer to why this relationship I have with so-and-so is difficult and challenging for me. So we have that and we go to bed. We ask our guides, while I'm sleeping tonight, can you help me know why I'm here, or know what is going on with that relationship? And often I have a dream, and that dream is kind of clarifies for me what we are talking about. All right. So that is very empowering, is that ability. And how do I do that? My guides told me I need to let you know more of how I do what I do. Okay. And how I do what I do is I ask for help. When I painted those 33 angels and the book fell off the shelf, it said, your call for assistance has been heard. They said, we don't go in and change your life. You have to ask us for help. You need to ask us for support. Most times, unless it's life and death. Okay. So this is really important, that clear communication. Now, how do we go about and we change our mindset? Well, that's an interesting thing, changing our mindset. Because sometimes we have no clarity on what our mindset is. And it's easier to be in a bad mood, far easier, guys, to be in a bad, foul mood, angry, irritated, than it is to actually turn up that switch to a higher frequency. So in some of the things we've talked about, we know that the energy, that there is it's kind of a scale that goes from 0 all the way up to about 700 or 800. I go up to 1000. I go up to 1,000. But as we go up the scale, as our emotions change, we go up this frequency of energy. As you can check it out in the book Power versus Force. Okay. So we can check and tune in, but when you're in the lower frequencies of anger, fear, jealousy, hate, confusion, you're in the lower vibrational frequencies. So one fast track that I have is that if you can identify it and go, oh my God, I'm in a foul mood. And you go and you look on a scale of 1 to 10, you say, God, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is my vibratory frequency? And you get, oh my God, it's a 2. Then you know you have your work cut out for you. Okay. And courage is the turning point. So it's not till courage that you get in the positive vibrations. So you ask on a scale of 1 to 10, and then you can literally start to turn up that meter. And at that point, after I've evaluated, I see it as a meter, and I turn up that meter from a 2 to a 4 to a 6 to a 10, all the way up there. And then sometimes I'll kind of snap it closed with little angel wings, angel clips. And yes, I channel my angels. I channel archangels. So that reminds me, I want to thank you for that. And guys, so I want to know on a scale of 1 to 10, right now, where's your vibratory frequency so we can raise that. Also, we're going to be doing healing tonight, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But if you need healing for yourself or your loved one, then put it in the comments. So I want to know your vibratory frequency. And then I want to know, and if you're at a 10, then good. I expect you, or want you, expect's a funny word. I ask that you help hold that higher frequency. So last week, I was in a class on, I think it was Thursday, and it was a class on connecting to spirit. And we were in a deep meditation, and suddenly I definitely felt this vibrate, this being with me. It was a very expansive divine being. And normally my guides don't tell me their names, but I said, and it kind of felt like a feminine energy. It was kind of interesting. And I said, well, okay, who are you? And I heard an answer. And the answer will blow you all away. The answer was, I am Joan of Angel. I am your crystalline, high vibrational guide, and I am here to teach you how to step up your frequency as Joan of Angels and do more healing and inspire more. Now, my mission has always been to heal and inspire around the planet. Millions of people. Okay, that's what I was shown. Millions of people. Okay. And as we do that in the healing and inspiring, okay, I had been thinking recently, well, I don't do chiropractic that much anymore. And, I'm not having patients in the house to do hands-on healing. And I had been eliminating the healing from my mission. Even when I thought about it, it's like my purpose, I've been going around it. But my true purpose has always been to heal and inspire. And I had a chat with one of you guys a week ago that really turned me around inside out, because I realized that I've been doing more of this healing. And then when Joan of Angel came through, she said, you have to up it. So tonight, guys, we are upping it. So not only where's everyone's vibe or frequency tonight? Yeah, where's your vibe frequency? Okay, we have a 7, we have a 5, we have a 7, we have a 10. Anyone else got a vibe frequency they want to share with us? And I want to welcome some of you new people too. It's wonderful to see you all here. I feel like, okay, good. And so we're going to put all these up again. We're going to send healing energy to all of you, healing prayers, healing energy. And so we're going to send healing to Shane, loving vibes for Shane and for John, for Patricia, for each and every one of you, for Mary, for our Facebook user here, for Deb. All right, good. So now, when I do this healing, okay, it's not me. When we do the healing, okay, we want to rub our hands together as fast as you can. All right, let's see. And we are going to send healing here as well, and healing to the brother who has passed away and the sadness that's being experienced now. Well, actually, and I'm feeling that brother is trying to connect to your friend, and that sorrow is keeping her from hearing him, the wife. Let's see. Okay, well, I'll see if any messages come through. And I'm just so happy. See, we have another helpful healer. So as we rub our hands together, all right, just like this, fast, and then we feel the energy in between, okay? It could feel like a ball, and we can pass it. So if you were in the room with me, I would place my left palm up, and you would place your right palm over my left hand, and you would be sending healing to me. But right now, I'm sending healing to you with my right. I want you to receive it with your left. And I want you to let me know, guys, when you do start to feel it, because now I'm starting to send that energy out to you. And dearest ones, we ask right now that we be filled with the energy from Source. We ask that these heavenly celestial energies come down right now through our crown chakra. And as they come down through our body, we ask that they go through our brain stem and through our brain. And as they go through our brain, they are sending signals to every part of our body to work better, to get your brain to work better, to have all those brain cells turned on, increasing your sense of smell, increasing your sense of taste, increasing your sense of hearing, increasing your inner sight and your outer sight, feeling even now, right now, feeling the tingling in your temples. I want you to feel that. Feel as I bring these hands, my whole body is vibrating, feeling the energy coming down around your head, along with my hands, feeling it down, feeling it come, and feeling now the energy going down through both your arms so that the energy is coming out through those fingers. That's right. Rub your hands together so you can receive even more. Feeling that energy now coming up, especially here through your throat chakra. Oh God, okay. We want to open up. I want you to rub your third eye with your fingers. You can use any of those fingers. Rub your third eye. Imagine right now that you're cleaning out that pineal gland, anything that's covering your ability to have that inner sight that you can use to start to create that world you want to see. A world where people are healthy, a world where you are healthy, you have energy, and you're free to be you. We use our inner sight to see what we want to see, clearing away. And you can even run your hands like this over your third eye to open it up. And our third eyes, by the way, need to be opened because they are covered over preservatives. Oh my God, if you go somewhere and they shoot that thermometer, do not let them shoot a thermometer ever here. Turns off your third eye. Okay. Okay. And I get all choked up about this. Your throat chakra. Now, many of us have been healers for many lifetimes, have helped people, and there is a block in the throat chakra. So imagine right now pulling out a cork, getting rid of it, so you can start to speak your truth. Start to speak your truth. All right, now we're going to go down to that heart. Let's heal that heart. Now, I want you to know something. When your heart is healed, it will send impulses up to your brain. Your brain receives impulses. It receives more energy. It starts to feel better about things. When you start to feel better about things, a message goes out to the universe. It says, John is feeling better about things. Deb is feeling better about things. Send them some good things in return. So when we start to clear all this energy, dark energy, older energy, stuck energy around, as we start to clear it, okay, and it starts to percolate all the way up here, that's when we start to catch that miracle wave. That's when we start to get that which we are asking for. So now tingling fingers, right? In that heart. Imagine right now we are putting a sun in your heart. Right here, put a sun in your heart. Why? Because let's imagine that sun starts to build up and it starts to bring heat and warmth. It melts away your fears. That's what it does. It melts away your fears. It also sends light energy to everywhere. So imagine if you go into the supermarket tomorrow and you put that sun right in your heart. And instead of going in and going, oh God, I have to wear a mask, or oh God, there's nothing, all my favorite foods are gone, or whatever. No, go into the supermarket committed to being that undercover angel holding this energy that we're bringing in tonight. Okay? That's a request of mine. Okay? It's not like a homework. You're not like clients, but that's like a request that you put the sun in your heart. And when you go out the next time, you literally put that sun in there, and no matter what goes on there, you just kind of stand there like a beaming Christmas tree, okay? Like a beaming load of sunlight, okay? Because it'll raise up the vibrations of everyone around you, and before you know it, you'll get more of what you want in return. People will be nicer to you, okay? You'll be surprised. Spirit will reward you, and you might get that last bottle of water that was in the supermarket, which happened to me the other day. Okay. So it's your attitude. So it's our attitude that gets us what we want back. So let's say we want to see the world in a better place, right? What do we want to see? And how do we shift our own energy? This is how we start to shift our own energy. All right. So we're sending healing to each and every one of you, that which needs to be healed is healed. And that which needs to be released is released. That which needs to be loved is loved. That which needs to be nurtured is nurtured. And that which needs to be just kind of soothed and released, we ask to do that as well. All right. So, oh yes, now we get to decide if we're going to even accept healing. And so sometimes when I do healings, I ask people to look on a scale of 1 to 10. How open are you to accepting that healing? You will not believe how that is a huge question, especially for chronic illness that we carry with us forever. Sometimes we chronic back pain, and you carry it with you forever because now you've trained everyone to kind of tune into that back pain of yours, and you've trained yourself to kind of become a victim to that back pain. So we want to start to let go of all of that. And so let's just send that energy before we're done down our legs. Okay. So send that energy down your legs, down your thighs, down your knees, into your shins, and your toes. So wiggle those toes. Just send a little wiggle to the toes. Good. Good, 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 good. Good, good. All right. Perfect. Then we bring that energy back up, bring it up, and you can bring it this time up along your back and kind of feel it tingling along your spine, going up your spine. And do you know that there's nerves all from your spine that go to your stomach, your liver, your gallbladder, your intestines, your reproductive organs, your heart, your lungs, your gallbladder, your liver. And I am mentioning those because we are activating all of them so that they work even better, so that they work at a higher frequency. All right. Does anyone feel any of this energy that is happening? Okay, good. All right. Now in those sinuses, so let's do a little bit about sinuses. Told you, you can let me know where you need it. But in those sinuses right here, okay, you could actually take your two fingers and go down here, go along and under here, under here, under here. Good. But actually in particular right here and right here. And that does really work, along with, oh God, I do. You know what? If you message me, I'll give you Dr. Jones' sinus remedy, which is very, very easy. All right. So I'm always very happy to give out remedies. In fact, I did see that there was someone had COVID up at the top here. Oop, I'm not supposed to mention that word. And you know, you guys can reach out to me at any time, and I do work like that. I don't consider myself, well, I'm a medical medium of sorts, and I do a lot of healing in those ways. So in your blood pressure, let's look at how are we going to help the blood pressure, okay? So if any of you have blood pressure, or you're sending love to people who have blood pressure issues, okay, here's what we do. Imagine that we're taking your blood pressure, all right? But this time, I want you to see that, how are we going to do this? Okay, I'm going to want you to visualize that your blood pressure is at 120/80, okay? And start to visualize it at 120/80. And as we start to imagine this, now remember there was a comment about opening yourself up to believing that. So literally what we can do to make it easy is just turn up a dial and set that dial to 120/80 and not one bit more. Okay. And part of your affirmations are, I have perfect blood pressure. My blood pressure is amazingly perfect. Okay. So I am in the flow. My blood pressure is aligned perfectly, and start working with it that way. And then there are herbs that will help you also with your blood pressure. So I hear all that I would have high blood pressure too, and we've had several people with losses today. We have PTSD today, and it is no joke. All right. I suffered from PTSD. I think I told you guys last week about my dental stuff, and then how it was associated with not being able to drive, and the anxiety attacks and the PTSD on that. But there are herbs and also healing that can be done for post-traumatic stress syndrome. And there's new tools and techniques that have come out for that. And there's also herbs and tinctures, okay, and affirmations. So let's start working with our affirmations. So last week, when I went to the dentist, it was like, okay, I had to do this the whole way. I'm a good driver. It's safe for me to drive. I love driving. Now, some of it, I'm telling you, I was lying through my teeth. I was nervous about my driving, but I started to do these affirmations, especially in the parts of the road that challenged me. I love to drive. Okay. Driving is easy for me, even through my panic attacks. Okay. And there are things we can do about panic attacks, guys. They are not easy, and they're scary. They mimic a heart attack, or they mimic, Lord knows what. And it's very frightening. And so it's a response to real events. But learning how to handle your anxiety, your stress is a real thing also. And there are ways to handle that. Okay. Definitely. And CBD is one of the ways I suggest. So Tina's going to put up the link to Hempworx for you. And that's what I take is CBD for anxiety. And sometimes you have to start with a lot just to get it in your system so that your cannabinoids can register. And the crazy thing about cannabis, or CBD rather, because it's the CBD part that does this, not the other part. But the thing about the cannabinoids and the CBD and also other herbs, they act as what's called an adaptogen, which means that they know how to heal whatever's out of balance in your body. So for anxiety or stomach issues or sleep disorders or pain, especially pain, it seems to know how to heal that. It also can help with depression. So I'm a total advocate of it, and I'm happy to talk to any of you about it if you want to reach out, because it's been really productive for me in terms of handling life's challenges. Really a surprise, okay? For pain, for anxiety reduction, and for calmness. It actually works in huge ways. So I want to share that with you, because tonight we're talking about ways to heal our body. All right. So has anyone had a shift in their energy yet on a scale of 1 to 10? So let's start with this. The first affirmations I ever learned were I am healthy, wealthy, and happy. Well, I thought that was great because that covers everything. I am healthy, wealthy, and happy. Good things come to me. All right. Good things come easily to me. My body is, so I don't want to use the word pain free, because that puts in that word pain. So you go, my body is flexible. My body is healthy. My body loves to run, loves to exercise, feels great, sleeps perfectly. My sleep is amazing, because if you're not sleeping well, we want to see you sleeping well. What else do you guys want to see? Anything else we can start as we do this? So what we're going to do now is really going to start to affirm what it is we're talking about. And the brand is Hempworx. So I am a distributor for Hempworx, as you can tell, because I'm putting my link here. And Tina did that before me, but I also did it in a comment. Of course, it's not capitalized, guys. So go with, but use my link, John. So the link Joan of Angels, and actually yeah, that's all I want to say, except that it can actually work for you. Okay. And it can change your energy, and reach out to me if reach out to me if that's something you're interested in. Okay. All right. Many of you have things in common. I mean, when I come on Miracle Monday and I see some of you who have been with me for a while, I get that sense that I know you, that you've been with me, that I sort of would like to get you all on a Zoom class with me and do little readings for some of you. And I don't know if you'd all like that, but I kind of feel like I know you. And that's kind of what I feel. Okay, now let's kind of complete this a little bit more. And in the comments, I want you to write down the future you'd like to see. Okay. So release no addictions. Yes. Happiness and joy. And I want to send that out to all of you. Okay. Even if you've experienced losses and there's sorrow, if there's a need to release, if there's a need to say, find out why your loved ones passed, or what was the purpose for that, reach out to me, because that's kind of some of the stuff that I like to do. All right. So releasing addictions is one thing. What else would we like to see for yourself or the world? Okay. Yes. Okay. So I did pull another card. Okay, good. Joy, contentment, independence. So we want to affirm, I am joyful. I'm independent. I'm self-sufficient. I have an abundance of prosperity. I make more than enough money to do whatever it is that I really like to do, to take care of myself and my family really well. I have wisdom. I live in infinite love. I am a no-limit person. I believe in myself. I eat foods that nurture and sustain me. And that is a whole show on itself, is how do we shift ourselves to eat that which nurtures and sustain us? How do we even know what nurtures and sustain us? So I am healthy. I eat the foods that help me heal my body and lower my blood pressure and keep my heart running. Okay. I love myself. I love my home. So the other card I pulled is my backyard. And when I pull a card and I'm not doing individual readings, that means it's for all of you. I can find sanctuary every day in my life. And I want Miracle Monday to be a little sanctuary for you guys, where you experience healing, where you get prayers for your family, for your loved ones, for yourself. Okay. Where we can walk in a higher state of mind. I like to remind you, that healing and inspiring part, that inspiring is to inspire you to be you. Okay. So if I could be me, I lost my crown tonight. If I could be me and come online and wear my crown sometimes, okay, or tell you I'm a hippie soul, that should give you permission to tell the world who you are. Who are you? What do you stand for? What do you believe in? So when I say inspiration, I'm here to inspire you to do exactly what you came here to do, and inspire you also to understand that there are things that we don't know. When we have a child that leaves at an early age, it means they completed their soul contract, that they made an agreement to leave early. And who's to say what early is? Early could be at 80, okay? But they've made an agreement to come in for this amount of time to bring this much love, wisdom, joy to those around them. and they have completed the soul contract. Now, that doesn't make it easier for you. And it won't make it easy for us that are left behind, because we're the ones left behind. They've taken their bodies, their bodysuit, as some people call it, and they've moved on to another body where they have a lot of other things to accomplish. So we are going to send them love and light, and we are going to send you love and light to help you in understanding the agreements that were made. You know, people who come in with bodies that end up being mutilated, paralyzed, mutilated, you know, I have been told that souls line up on the other side, begging to come into those bodies, begging to come into lifetimes that are really hard so they can work through their karma. So we are all working through our karma on our soul path. And even if we have children, your children are working out their own soul path. And they can be very different from us. You know, I'll never forget when my daughter was growing up, and I used to, you know, have cards everywhere. And she'd go, "Mom, can't you be normal like other people's moms?" And even to this day, if I walked out without, you know, with my cards somewhere, it's like, can't you be normal like other people? Your kids are their own person. They have their own karma. Your karma with them was to birth them. All right. So you birthed your children. You had an agreement, a soul contract with your family. So all of us are kids of some adult. Okay. Someone who birthed us. So our agreement with our parents was that they would birth us and teach us certain lessons. So if your lesson is to believe in yourself this life, you might have attracted parents that don't believe in you, that beat the crap out of you, that their job is to make you feel littler than this, okay? And before you come in, there's a soul contract meeting, an agreement meeting, okay? And when you sit there, they'll go, look, we all love each other, because on that other realm you do, okay? But this lifetime, Mary, you need to learn how to let go of this, how to step into who you are, how to heal, how to do this, and this. And you've agreed, in this particular case, you've agreed that your children will leave you at an early age when they've learned those lessons. Or in other cases, say, me with my folks, well, I guess I agreed that at the age of 6 months, I was going to be with a family that tied me up for a couple of years, a lot of the time. And I agreed to that. Why? I agreed to that so that I could learn how to step out of chains, how to step out of being tied up, how to love myself and be seen and love every part of me. And I had to learn it big time. That's all I can say. Just like each of you have had to learn it big time. There is no past on this planet if we're going to go up to the spiritual realms. If we want to escape the chains of planet Earth, where they have enslaved us. Planet Earth is really what they call a prison planet. There's the others, or I don't even want to go there, but we're not quite free. So in order to know that, we actually have to free ourselves from the inside out. And that is why I come online and I try to inspire, try to heal, try to help you remember. So in my case, I discovered through a medium that my dad was still with my mom. I was so pissed off. I screamed. It was in a workshop, you know. She said, "Well, your dad and mom are in heaven walking around having a great time." And I went, "What?" And I screamed, it's like, "What is my mother doing with my dad? He's like the worst person ever." And the medium says, no, there's nothing to be angry about in heaven. And then I went on to learn the things that I'm sharing with you now. So you have agreements with your kids. Yes, you came to bring them in. They came to be your children, but you don't own them. And our job is just to parent them just for as long as it is appropriate. We are the sole guardians of these special souls that came in to do their work also. So there you have it. And we still are walking our own path. So we need to find that sanctuary in our own heart. We need to find that peace, but we need to believe in our future. Okay. I want to kind of summarize some things. Things on the planet are not easy. This is probably the most challenging year ever. And this Christmas is also challenging. I was in the market the other day and many empty shelves. And I'm reading things that, that you can't get certain medicines or you can't get certain things. So things are kind of weird on the planet. So the only way we can deal with this, honestly, from where we are, is to start to, first of all, make our beliefs known, but also see the future we want to see. So I want to see a world that's harmonized, where people are healthy, where people all have food, roof over their home, over their bed where they sleep. I want to see a world where we harmonize, where each of us can give our best gifts. So we ask right now that we can all together just kind of raise out that tower of miracle power that sometimes we send up. So send up your antenna all the way up and see that light coming out from that antenna going all 100, 360 degrees around, connecting with Montana, Wisconsin, Kansas, Pennsylvania, all the different, California, wherever you are, we are connected. And in that high vibrational frequency, it magnifies our own power. So think about what it is you want this week. You want health, wealth, happiness. You want love. You want abundance. You want success. You want to see your family. You want to see people eating out. You want to see more than enough for everyone. You want to see this illness that seems to be sweeping the planet gone. You want to see people being normal again, travel being normal, whatever that is. See it and see it now, because it is when we create it all together that it can happen. So I am abundant. I am creative. I am compassion. I am love. I am healed. I am calm. I am tranquil. My blood pressure is perfect. My heart beats perfectly in perfect alignment. All right, guys. Oh, yeah. And I eat foods that heal my body. Everything I eat nurtures me. Okay. My family is peaceful. They're aligned. They are feeling joyful and open. Let's ask that no one live in fear anymore. Let's ask that this fear that has been surrounding this planet be peeled away and removed, because that's what us angels do. Okay. We can help heal the planet just by meeting together in this collaborative group and growing our tribe and our numbers. We can heal that planet. And so it is. So guys, I've loved having you here tonight. Every week, I love you even more. I think, oh my God, it's impossible to love them more, but I do. So I want to ask again, please share the workout, like, subscribe, and share it. Hit that button. I now have a button somewhere. I saw it, and that would make me very happy. And check out the website, joanofangels.com, and get that free ebook. Sign up so you can get on that list and stay in touch. Also, if there's anything that you have questions about, please reach out to me on Facebook or my email, joan@joanofangels.com, and I'm happy to help you with that. All right, good. So, God, it's my guys who are saying you should sing them a little song. Oh, okay. All right, so there's a little song. I used to sing it when people came to visit me, and it goes like this. It comes from this play, this musical called Oliver. And it says, you could go, but come back soon. Don't forget that I'll be waiting. Oh ho, oh cheerio. Be back soon. I love you all. Thank you for being with us. And a big shout out to Tina Marie for being our production. Oh my God. She's the production. Put it out there. The production. She gave me her title. All right, come on. What's your title? We want a big shout out to Tina Marie for all that she does in the back room and lets you all know how much love you are. All right. And she is my production technologist. I know I came up with so many names for her. And then in the heat of the moment, I forget. So send out a thank you for her too. All right. I love you all. We'll see you next week. Thank you. Thank you so much.